Hello and welcome to Trending Issues on Vanguard Live. My name is Precious Chukudi, and of course, you know how we do it here on Trending Issues. We give you up-to-date trending issues here in Nigeria and across the world if there is. Before that, let me run with you the highlights of today's trends. And we have a hashtag Malami, hashtag Governor El-Rufai, also hashtag NERC Nigeria. But we'll run into all of these gists when we go for our break. We'll be right back after this break.
It is not about an institution, but it is about transparency. Over and above the transparency and accountability aspect of it, I think it is equally important to state that the issue of recovery of looted assets is an issue that has international dimension and colorations. For example, Financial Action Task Force is an agency that is responsible internationally, in respect of which over 100 countries are involved. And there is the sharing of intelligence. There is aspect of demand for international uniformity, both in terms of legal and institutional framework. And then if Nigeria now does not satisfy the legal and institutional requirement of it, it makes it very difficult for Nigeria to have the support, to have the understanding and working understanding and relationship with Financial Action Task Force. It is not about an institution, but it is about transparency. Over and above the transparency and accountability aspect of it, I think it is equally important to state that the issue of recovery of looted assets is an issue that has international dimension and colorations. For example, Financial Action Task Force is an agency that is responsible internationally, in respect of which over 100 countries are involved. And there is the sharing of intelligence. There is aspect of demand for international uniformity, both in terms of legal and institutional framework. And then if Nigeria now does not satisfy the legal and institutional requirement of it, it makes it very difficult for Nigeria to have the support, to have the understanding and working understanding and relationship with Financial Action Task Force.
Alright, welcome back. And if you're just watching, it's still Trending Issues on Vanguard Live, and that video was Malami. Let's see why he's trending on Twitter. And this is from Nefertiti. She says, incompetent Malami proposed the newly approved agency that will handle all recovered loot and assets. But new agency, money for the boys like NNPC, waste of taxpayers' monies. What does EFCC and ICPC do then? All recovered loot are no longer inside their mighty TSA at CBN. Also, this one is from Chris Ososa. He says the plan to subject the operation of EFCC directly under the Minister of Justice is a big no. Corruption is fighting back, and it has closed in on PMB without him knowing. Malami is the face, agent, and advocate of corruption. How is PMB not seeing this? Okay. Let's take this one from Chukuma Oliva. He says, the chickens are coming home to roost. We are beginning to understand and know the personality undermining the anti-corruption war. It is time for Malami to step aside. First, it's amendment of the NBA's RPC. Now it is EFCC's act, whose agenda is Malami pursuing. Also, this is from Ali Bill. Says, Malami is a bigger problem than portrayed. Speaking about Malami, I mean, you heard it for yourself. Let us know what you think about what Malami is saying. Do you think we should create another agency for recovered loot? Let me know in the comment section, as I'd like to take some of that. Away from Malami, let's look at what the governor of Kaduna is saying. And that's Malam Nasir El-Rufai has signed the Kaduna State Penal Code Amendment Law 2020, which provides stiff penalties upon conviction for the rape of a child, including surgical castration for male convicts and bilateral salpingentomic for female convicts. And he signed into law authorizing castration and fallopian tube removal as a penalty for rape. Also, the governor of Kaduna State, that's Nasir El-Rufai, has said that according to a spokesperson Muyiwa Adekeye in a statement on Wednesday, he said the amendment updates the penalty for the offense of the rape of a child. This new provision includes punishment of surgical castration and bilateral salpingectomy for male and female convict of child rape and death. In addition, such convicts will be listed in the sex offender register to be published by the Attorney General of the state. Following Mr. El-Rufai's assent to the amended law on September 11, 2020, the new law has come into effect in Kaduna State, introducing stricter punishment than the previous law, which carried a maximum penalty of 21 years imprisonment for the rape of an adult and life imprisonment for the rape of a child. What do you think about this law that Kaduna State Governor has put in place? Castration for male convict, and also fallopian tube remover. Fallopian tube remover, that's a very, very strong one. But then away from El-Rufai, let's look at what NERC Nigeria is saying. And NERC Nigeria said that a landlord's outstanding electricity bill cannot be enforced on a tenant. A judge recently ruled that the bills of a previous tenant cannot be enforced on a new customer. Send us details if you are in such situation. Commissioner Nathan Shati, NERC Live, that's what he's saying. Okay, let's see what people are saying in response to what NERC has said. And this is from I am Golive. She says, Lagos landlord left the chat with a response. She said, the government built my house for me. And it's the truth. I mean, now the government build their house for them, because if you go into any new house, most times what even happens right now is that we move into a new house. If there's an outstanding bill that the people who were living there did not pay, that's where your bill will start from. There's no space about it. That's where your bill will start from. But let's see this one from Crown 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not like it's even nice, really. But then I support this motion. No, I had to pay 40K to clear the old tenant's bill back in 2018. This is someone that experienced it firsthand. That's what happens here in Lagos. Like when you move into a new apartment and maybe the old tenant was owing, a bill, maybe like the NEPA bill or something, or NEC bill rather, they would ask you to, pay up the bill. They will ask you to pay. That's just what it is. And this is from 11 Ward 1. Says, what about that of a moving tenant that refused to pay? So someone who is moving out of the house that refused to pay the bill he's owing, that's okay to be enforced on the landlord. I think the law should be made both ways. Okay, so if you're a moving tenant and you don't pay your money, I think there should be a law that states that before you leave an apartment, you should clear all your debts, you should clear everything. And this one is from Thomas Lainka. He says, they just left our house now saying we have to pay crazy bill of 138,750 on the bill, but we gave them 3K and we begged them now and they left already. Speaking about giving them money without them, they're actually supposed to cut that light, really. If you look at it, how can you use such amount of money? But then the crazy bill, I think it's we're getting used to it based on the fact that the electricity tariff hike is one of the things that we're dealing with right now. Until there's a reversal, we may have no choice. And this is from Enosa. Says, did we just get our independence? This country is gonna be 60 and we're just putting petty issues like this to rest. Well, it's what happens in the country, and you either deal with it or you find ways, to fight against it. And this from Aaron Madam. Says, problem is, will it work? Saying it and implementing or responding to the complaint is another issue. Exactly, we say these things a lot of times, but the question is, will it work? Is it going to work? Are you going to say, because you're saying that tenant should not pay an outstanding bill of a former tenant that left the house, will it work? Are you going to tell all the landlords in the country to abide by that rule? Because the NEC can say their own, and the landlord to say, I'm sorry, but that's for NEC, that's not for me. When you come into my house, you pay so amount of money for whatever. So that's what it is. And this one is from Domingo Loso. Says, I remember when my friend was asked to pay 300k NEPA bill, outstanding bill. My guy Jap. But some people can really be wicked though. Think of it, they can really be wicked. Like, how do you leave a house that you were living in and you had lights? They're giving you lights, you just never paid your bills, and you just leave the house, leaving an outstanding of 300,000 naira bill for someone else that has no inkling of what's going on to come and pay. This is really, really funny. Well, they said my guy jackpot, but then who will not take off? Who will not take off with all these things? And this one is from Brandish. Says the problem with the country isn't about rules not being in place. The main issue is implementing it. I think that's one of the major issues that we have. It's easy for us to say, oh, we need them to do this, we need them to do that, or this is what's going to happen, and we don't really implement it. How does NERC really want to ensure that what they have said will be implemented? Because you can tell us that you don't want the landlords themselves to take monies from tenants. How are you going to move to set the motion that landlords will not take monies from tenants who just move into their house and then another tenant left like an outrageous bill for them to pay? But well, we want to know what you guys think in the comment section. Let us know in the comment section, as that's all I have for you today on trending issues. Remember that you can equally like, share and subscribe on all our social media platforms showing on your screen, as well as if you want to find out trending issues trending at the very moment, you can go straight to our website www.vanguardnigeria.com to find out more of our top stories. Till I come your way next time, I remain Precious Chukudi. Thank you for watching.